This book is called Calabash Cat and His Amazing Journey by James Rumford. Bless you. Today, while you're reading your thinking job, you can tap your head. Your thinking job, Zaid, is to try to figure out what the events were in the book. Events means what happened. So if something happened, I'm going to think in my mind, oh, that was an event. And we are going to start to put our events from the book on this paper together. So tap your head and think. My thinking job is to look for events. Now you can say it. My thinking job is to look for events. Awesome. Events help us know what's happening in the story. This way you can get a tissue. Can you guys help me try to find some events in the story? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do the first few ones, but then I'm going to choose some friends to come up and find their own. Calabash Cat and His Amazing Journey by James Rumford. Oh, I have all my friends' eyes, which tells me you're really wanting to look for events. In the middle of Africa, there was a cat named Calabash. It doesn't look like anything is happening here, so I'm going to keep looking for my events. One day, he set off down the road to see where the world ended. Oh, I can see that something is happening here. I'm noticing that the cat walked down the road. He walked down the road to see where the world ended. That is an event because something is happening. The cat is walking. So I get to put my picture of the cat walking down the road on our poster. I'm even going to draw a little road because that's what happened in the story. The cat was walking down the road. Exciting. I'm so happy you already have a connection. When the road stopped at the edge of the great desert, Calabash Cat sat down and thought, maybe this is where the world ends. Just then, a camel came by. He was surprised at how silly Calabash Cat was. Wait a second. I noticed that something happened. The camel wasn't there before, but then the camel came. If something happened, that means it's an event. Do you guys think we should put it on our board?
Yeah.
Okay. This is an event. The camel came by. So I'm going to draw on here that the camel came by to visit the cat. Climb on my back and I will show you where the world ends, said the camel. And they came across the desert. But when they reached the far side of the desert where the grassland began, the camel stopped. Put out your stop hand. The camel stopped and said, "Here, my friend, is where the world ends." Now it's your turn to start to look to see if you can see or hear events that are happening in the story. Calabash Cat would have believed that the camel had a horse not happened by. The horse was quite surprised at how small-minded, that means how much the camel wasn't really believing the camel had been. Climb on my back, and I will show you where the world ends. And they galloped, which means ran, across the grasslands. Who can tell me? What happened? Was there an event on this page? Did something new happen? Let's hear Adi. Was there an event on this page? What happened?
The horse said, I will show you where the world ends.
The horse came into this story. Was there a horse before?
No.
Oh, so it's something new that happened. So let's put our picture of the horse. We had the cat, then we had the camel, and now something new happened. We have the horse. I'm going to draw that the horse came by. Let's keep going. Nice noticing, Adi. But when they reached the far side of the grasslands, where the jungle began, Imaya, the horse stopped and said proudly, "Here, my friend, is where the world ends." Calabash the cat would have believed the horse had a tiger not shown up. Oh my goodness. The tiger was quite surprised at how full of nonsense the horse had been. Nonsense means that they might be making it up. It might not be true. If it's nonsense, it means it doesn't really make sense. Climb on my back, and I will show you where the world ends. And they bounded, which means they ran really quickly, Imaya, through the jungle. I have a good idea of who might be our SpongeBob friend today. But when they reached the ocean, the tiger stopped and said, "Here, my friend, is where the world ends." You can tell me, what do you notice, or what happened? Was there an event on this page? Let's hear from Israel.
There was a tiger taking a cat.
Yeah, the tiger took the cat to see where the world ends. All right, let's put it on. Did we have a tiger before? No. That's something new. That's something new that happened. It's a new event in our story. We just have one or two more pages. Nice noticing. Calabash Cat would have believed the tiger had a whale not called from the waves. The whale was quite surprised at how wrong the tiger had been. "Climb up on my back, and I will show you where the world ends." And they swam. Can you guys swim? And they swam across the ocean. Back in place. Is there an event on this page? Did something else happen? You go. You both noticed that something new happened. There's now a whale. Was there a whale before? No. So now I can take our whale and put him on our event board because the whale came. But when they reached the other side of the ocean, the whale said without hesitating, which means without stopping, "Here, my friends, is where the world ends." Now, Calabash the cat looked at the miles of land in front of him. Look at the land in front of him. He was looking at all of that land. He thought how small the whale's world had been. Even the tigers and the horses and the camels. He wondered if he would ever see the end of the world. He was like, I don't know, will I? I don't know. The cat looks like he's wondering if that will ever happen. But he seems determined. He keeps trying. Just then, an eagle swooped down. Can you swoop down? Using a bird. Swoops, flies down. The eagle was quite surprised at how foolish everyone had been. Climb up on my back, and I will show you where the world ends. Up they went into the great sky, soar up into the great sky, and back again. Up they went into the great sky, and Calabash's, the cat's eyes grew wide with wonder as he flew around the world, over the oceans, and over the jungle's tall trees, and the grasslands and the desert, and back to his home. The end. I noticed we were able to see what happened in the story by thinking about, is something new? What's going on? So when we picked out our key events MSU, we were able to learn more about the story. I noticed the cat was walking on an adventure. Then a camel came to help him. Then another event happened. Then the horse came and helped him. Then the tiger came, the whale came, and the eagle. When I say go, I want you to turn to your partner and tell them what you noticed about this story. What happened? What was a key event? So you're going to share what a key event was with your neighbor when I say go. You'll be turning to the person in front or behind you. So Zaid and Mayor, Adi, Jaffer. Check your climbs so you can get ready for a turn and tuck. Check your climbs, Juliet. And that's it. Go, you're facing me, you're facing me. Turn to your partner. Mare turned right away. She's facing Zaid. Knee to knee, eye to eye. Turn. And talk. Something that happened. I noticed something that happened.
What did the cat do?
I was about to say
What were you going to say? Ooh, tell your friends that.
Is that one event?
Allison, what did you notice?
And freeze. Turn your bodies back around. Turn your bodies back around. I want to share out what we noticed about events in the story. But first, I'm going to choose my SpongeBob friend. For someone who was really listening during the story and did their very best. This friend, finger drum roll, is Yubo. Yubo's eyes were on me the whole time. She was raising her hand to give me answers, and she was showing connections or agreements. Congratulations, Yubo. You've been doing your very best. I want to know, what's an event that you guys noticed in the story? What happened? Turn and track. Paula. You noticed the tiger was fast? Paula noticed something that happened in the story. The tiger ran with Calabash Cat